The wealth gap for women of color, especially Latinas, is significant. So it's 83 cents on the dollar for white women, but it is 54 cents on the dollar for Latinas, which I don't think a lot of people know that difference, and they kind of only
Yeah.
hear one statistic. What are some of the biggest barriers that you see for non-white women in terms of building wealth, and how do you help clients navigate those challenges or battles?
Yeah, for Latina women especially, there is a lot of that has to do with our culture. There is ways of being of our households, where the men tended to be the ones dominating the finances, the women were the caretakers. There is still some of those gender roles, some of the machismo. And then you add on a layer of that. They're probably the first, second, or third at most sometimes generation coming into this country from Latin America. And when you're an immigrant, it is so ingrained into you to be grateful that this is an opportunity, that
Mm.
you should be happy you're here. Anything is better than where we were, right? A lot of times you're leaving your home country because things were tough. You don't come here just for fun, right? It's a whole journey to get to America. And so all these pressures and feelings, if I don't have the social capital, the financial capital, you take less risks. And that correlates directly to negotiating our pay. My first two jobs, I didn't negotiate. I didn't even know what that was. So first off, not only do we have the emotional barriers, maybe the influences of how we were raised, but on top of that, we don't even know it's a thing. Like, I truly believe that your employer just gave you the best offer because they like you and it was a mutual interview and you were golden. And I didn't realize that that's not how it works, that you're expected to negotiate, for example. So when I talk to clients, I talk about the practical things. We go through a script. I've talked to people about, let's look at the numbers out there to get the average of what this work would pay somewhere else, and we get all the data. That's one thing. But the second one is helping them gain the courage. Like, how are you practicing? How are you getting into a breathing exercise? How are you getting amped up to have that conversation and not feel bad and not cave in and not just say, okay, that's fine. I'm just grateful to work here. Like, no, you can rebuttal, you can keep going, and without feeling like you're the one who has everything to lose and they're the only ones that can give you that opportunity. So it's shifting that gratitude mindset, because you can still hold gratitude, but be a self advocate for yourself.
Mm.